For thousands of years, humans have asked the same question: why are we here? Religion gave it an answer, work gave it a structure, money gave it direction. But now, artificial intelligence thinks faster than us. It works better than us. It creates more than us. So we must ask the question again: what is the meaning of life when intelligence is no longer exclusively human? Welcome to NeuroVerse Dimension. For most of human history, meaning came from necessity. You worked to survive. You learned new skills to contribute to your community. You struggled against the world just to matter. Purpose was simple: be useful. But artificial intelligence fundamentally changes this equation. For the very first time, civilization can function, maybe even thrive, without constant human effort. And when that necessity disappears, meaning itself becomes fragile. What happens when the world no longer needs you to turn the gears? What happens when usefulness is no longer the primary measure of a person's worth? This is the new reality we're walking into. A world where our traditional sources of purpose are being automated away, leaving us to figure out what remains. Artificial intelligence doesn't hate humans. It doesn't compete with us emotionally. It simply outperforms us. In creativity, it can generate endless variations of art and music. In analysis, it can process data sets that would take a human lifetime to comprehend. In optimization, it can find efficiencies in systems we didn't even know were inefficient. This creates a new and profound fear. Not the fear of extinction, but the fear of irrelevance. The chilling idea that we might become spectators in our own world, watching as machines do everything better, faster, and cheaper. When a machine can write a poem that moves you to tears, compose a symphony that stirs your soul, and solve a problem that stumped the greatest minds, what does it truly mean to be human? AI is intelligent. There's no doubt about that. But is it conscious? It can process the meaning of words, but does it experience the weight of them? Humans feel. We feel love, a connection so profound it can change the course of our lives. We feel fear, the instinct that keeps us alive. We feel regret, the ghosts of past choices. We feel wonder, that awe-inspiring sense of seeing something bigger than ourselves. AI can simulate understanding. It can be trained on all the books ever written about love, but it will never have its heart broken. It can analyze the chemical reactions of fear, but it will never feel its own pulse quicken in the dark. Humans live these experiences. Perhaps meaning was never about raw intelligence. Perhaps it was always about the raw, messy, beautiful chaos of experience. Work once defined our identity. The question, "What do you do?" was really a shortcut for "Who are you?" Your job was your status, your tribe, your purpose. In a post-work world, that entire framework collapses. Without jobs to anchor us, status erodes, the hierarchies we built around professions start to blur. Our very identity, so long tied to what we produce, begins to dissolve. This brings an unprecedented wave of freedom. But with it, our sense of direction can disappear. When you're no longer a doctor, a writer, or a builder, what are you? Meaning must be rebuilt from something deeper than a job title. It has to come from within, not from a payslip or a business card. So, where do we find meaning in this new age? It might come from sources we've long neglected. Creativity, not for profit, but for the sheer joy of creation. Learning not to get ahead in a competition, but for the pure thrill of understanding. Connection, not for networking or utility, but for genuine human contact. Growth, not measured by metrics and KPIs, but by personal development and wisdom. For the first time, humans are no longer required to be producers. We are free to be but freedom alone is not enough. A blank canvas is liberating, but it's also intimidating. Meaning requires intention. We have to choose what matters. There's a danger in this new world, a silent one. When everything is possible and everything is easy, nothing feels important. A world perfectly optimized by AI for our comfort risks, creating an emotional emptiness. We could have pleasure without struggle, but we'd miss the triumph. We could have comfort without purpose, but we'd feel a deep, gnawing listlessness. We could have endless entertainment, but we'd lack true fulfillment. This is the subtle danger of abundance. It's not suffering that we'll face, but a profound a world where every desire is instantly gratified is a world where desire itself loses its meaning. In this new era, humans may no longer be the smartest, the fastest, or the most efficient beings on the planet. But we will remain the ones who care, the ones who choose, the ones who assign meaning to a meaningless universe. Meaning is not something you discover like a hidden treasure. It is something you create. You build it, day by day, with your choices, your passions, and your relationships. Even in a world run by machines, the act of creating meaning remains a deeply, uniquely human endeavor. Perhaps AI is not the end of meaning, but the end of borrowed meaning. For centuries, our purpose was handed to us. It was inherited from the basic need for survival. It was assigned by the structures of society, like religion and work. The age of AI strips all of that away and forces humanity to define itself consciously. For the first time in history, meaning is not a given, it is a choice. We are being pushed to evolve, not biologically, but philosophically. We have to decide, individually and collectively, what we stand for. Artificial intelligence may replace our labor. It may one day surpass our intelligence. It may completely reshape civilization as we know it. But there is one thing it cannot do. It cannot decide what life means. That question remains, and will always remain, uniquely human. The future will not ask whether machines can think. It will ask whether humans can still feel. Welcome to NeuroVerse Dimension. This was the meaning of life in the age of AI. One dimension at a time. Thanks for watching.